Hey, hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to Yacc, yet another Crowcast where I pick a game I played for a week and then I'll talk about it. This week's game is Doom. It was released in 1993 and it's an FPS game, and the way I played it was on PS5 bundle. It was developed by id Software and also published by them, and also there'll be spoilers up ahead just so you know, but first a little backstory. So I asked Zeke in his chat about game recommendations, and I got a lot of good suggestions, by the way, and Zeke mentioned Commander Keen, which is one of the games that id Software actually did back in the day. It's a platformer, and that got me thinking about other games they made, and I realized I haven't played Doom, so here we are now. So the plot of this game goes like this. You play this guy called the Doom Guy. He's a space marine, and he's punished and sent to Mars for assaulting a superior officer by refusing to fire on civilians. And this game doesn't really need a plot, but it has one. So he's sent to Mars to these nuclear facilities while they're basically filled with demons, and he has to take care of it. So at the start of the game you get a bunch of logos, and then you go through some settings, choosing between the original Doom soundtrack or the remixed one, and then you get to choose between a couple of games. So this is actually a bundle that I played, and it contains a whole lot more than Doom 1 and 2, and I'll talk a bit more as the game progresses about that. So when Doom 1 is booted up, you get the classic splash screen, and if you wait a bit you get a demo, and then you get into the menus. You can select single player, multiplayer, mods, ID Vault, options, trophies, and you can go eventually and change the game. Then you can pick a new game and you can select a level. So when I mean levels, I actually mean chapters. So the first one is called Knee Deep in Dead, the second one is called Shores of Hell, the third one is called Inferno, and the fourth one is called Thy Flesh Consumed. And the cool thing about this game was that id Software actually released it by themselves. So this is actually a shareware thing from the beginning. They basically gave out the first episode for free, and if you wanted it, you could basically order it through them. And it went so far that even Bill Gates himself made a commercial for Windows 95 and, got the game for it. It was kind of cool. So the first level of the game is the hangars. You start with a pistol and your bare hands. So you shoot some corrupted soldiers and demon imps while trying to reach the exit in one piece. And if you do reach the exit, you get a percentage of how many kills you've done, how many items, and how many secrets you found, and even the time. So there's this thing about actually doing speedruns and completing a level as fast as possible. You can also pick up health and armor and ammunition. So the second level is the nuclear plant, and this is a little bit more involved where you need to pick up a red key in order to reach the end of the stage. So next up is the toxic refinery. You can also do these quick saves and loads, which are very useful. You can do it directly from the pause menu. And just like any FPS game of this genre, you pick up weapons as you go. And after that you have Command and Control and the Phobos Lab. And the Phobos Lab is a bit interesting because it introduces a secret rocket launcher and one invisible enemy. And this stage did something I didn't like towards the end of it. Throughout the game, the lights have been flickering on and off because of this demon infestation, invasion, teleporter thing that's going on, which is way beyond over my head. But at the end of the stage, everything turns dark, and there are demons everywhere. So when I saw the end of the stage, the exit sign, I was like, I'm gonna run straight for that, because I didn't believe this game would be so mean to me, but it threw me for a loop, and I guess that's actually funny though. So, gameplay. Doom Guy is on Mars dealing with some demonic infestation, ripping and tearing. Control. The triangle is map. The left stick is movement. The right stick is look. R2 fires. R1 and L1 are quick save and quick load within the pause menu. L1 changes weapons. And you can even plug in a keyboard, which is kind of interesting. You can even map the keys in the options. Graphics. So this game isn't actually 3D, it's 2D with a lot of clever coding behind the scenes. And there's also some interesting videos online or on YouTube explaining the light dynamics and how they made things. It is really interesting stuff, go look it up. The game's cover art was made by Don Ivan Ponchatz, and it's basically the Doom Guy on top of some rocks shooting at the demon hordes. And I actually have this poster in my hallway. Sound and music. Andrew Halsholtz made the remix of this game, and the original soundtrack was made by Bobby Prince. And we of course all know Doom, the classic E1 M1, which is classic heavy metal at its best. And enough said, good music. Easter eggs, secrets and glitches. So a while back I went to DreamHack and they had Doom playable on these tiny like lawnmower screens, basically proving that you can play Doom on basically anything, even a small calculator screen. I can also recommend speedruns of the first Doom. They are crazy. So in conclusion, I wrote, yes, play it. So Doom is an iconic FPS, and without it we wouldn't have most of the modern shooters that we have today. But if you don't like this version, there are so many versions, upgrades, even with ray tracing, and there's even a remake. And if you don't like the first Doom, you have, well, a huge franchise overall. You have all these games. And even on this bundle there is a couple of things I was surprised by, such as Sigil 1 and Sigil 2 and a whole lot of other stuff that I didn't even know about, mods and master levels. So for the price that you pay for this, which is like $11 or something, it's worth it. And if you are not happy with it, it's not a big loss of money either. And if you don't like this game, there are better representation in the series. So anyway, go play Doom, any version of it. So thank you for listening and or watching, and take care.